too much stuff. Thank you.
We need this.
You're a team, huh? Damn good.
As far as the bit as you can. Get back as far as I can. Here is good. No, right there, okay, right here? You guys face on it. The outcutter comes in, shoots out. And at like 130, 140, next level. 85, it's coming in, doing this. That's like 90, 95.
Hey guys, welcome to the first annual Houston's Best Batsman Skills Challenge live from CRICBASE USA. Amongst us, we've got 10 wonderful young and some not so young batsmen, and they've come out for the Skills Challenge. I think we've got about 3 under 19 players, and we'll get all the introductions pretty soon. We've got the judges in the form of Mr. Sushil Latkarni, a name well known and recognized across all of the cricket community in the USA, and Mr. Owen Brown, a legend in the Houston cricket circles and now contributing quite a bit with his umpiring expertise. So we'll quickly jump to the format for this event. We've got 6 rounds. Each round is a different kind of ball. A different challenge will be thrown at the batsman. In each round, you will face 6 balls. Each round comprises of straight deliveries, in-swingers, out-swingers, leg spin, off-spin, flicks. So we'll cover the full 360 aspects. So at the end of the day, I would say the reason I'm asking this question 19. Thank you. You have to go through.
Last 2 balls. Next up, Sati next up, 6 foul balls.
Ready? Bravo.
Last 2 foul balls. Okay, so 6 ball, round 1 starts now. Last 2 balls left. Last 2 balls, round 1. That's the end of round 1. At the end of round 1, we're going to be launching the round 2 shortly. That was the end of round one. Great job, guys. Hopefully you all got a little bit used to how the machine is coming along, the speed of the ball. I would like to call Sushil Bhai for his comments and Mr. Rowan Brown for their comments after round one on what they thought about the players and how the round one went.
So everybody did really well. Didn't know what to expect to see when you're playing 135, but you all did really well. Some of the things, just from a scoring perspective, I can tell you the higher scores are running in the 30s right now, at least on my scores here. But just a few things I'm noticing that may help you in the next rounds. One is a tendency to drop your head when you play the shot. Okay, that's something that people do naturally sometimes, but I don't advise that, because when you tend to drop the head, you're seeing the back of the bat and you may tend to miss the last few meters of the ball, and if there's any deviation over there, you might miss it. So technically, avoid dropping the head too much. Make sure you're watching the ball right onto the bat. Does any one of you know the number one played shot in Test cricket? What it is?
Number one?
The number one played shot in Test cricket.
No shots. Leaving the ball. Leaving the ball.
That's correct. It's the leave of the ball. And we had 8 guys come in and probably played 48 balls. I saw one leave of the ball outside off. Okay, so it's not mandatory, but I'm saying if you want to quickly judge the line of the ball properly, you got to leave some balls to really know where the ball is. Okay, we don't have to chase every single ball outside off, especially at 135. It becomes even tougher. And then I noted one more thing: looking to get on the front foot. Typically, when you're a batter, frontline batter looking to play against pace, you got to look to get on the front foot as much as possible. Okay, you got to meet the ball. If you allow the ball to come to you, most of the times, eventually the bowlers will get you, because you're allowing them to really hit the deck as hard as they can. So typically you want to try to get on the front foot, meet the ball. So the batters, generally you'll see batters that were getting on the front foot were meeting the ball much better. This was a round for the straight drive. So we're looking for guys to come down and play straight down the ground as much as possible. And the other thing I noticed was when the line of the ball kind of moved from off to leg, little bit on the onside, that's where guys were getting stuck a little bit, because a tendency to move your foot and plant your foot in one place. And you can get away with that at club level speeds, because it gives you a little more time to adjust. As you'll find here, once you plant your feet in the wrong place, right, there's very, very little time to adjust after that. So avoid just planting your feet in one place. Just open your toes on the leg side and you'll get more access to the areas on the leg side. So just a few things I noted, but otherwise, guys, you all did well. Some of you probably a little bit struggling with the machine. Hopefully in the next rounds, you'll be more comfortable going up against the machine. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Sushil Bhai. Now we have our second judge, Mr. Owen Brown.
Well, I think our scores are pretty much aligned, so I think we might. I wasn't sure what to expect. But as Sushil says, good job. I'm looking at it a little bit different, because we're looking at the straight drives. So for the straight drives, I'm looking at the technical abilities for you to play the ball straight, like a little bit to the left or the right of the bowler. And Sushil was correct. Usually when we play across our legs, we won't be able to go straight, right? So remember, when you play the straight drive, your front foot, you're basically where your toe is pointing, that's where you're trying to hit the ball. So if you're going to do this, you're going to covers. So if you're trying to go across, it's going to be much harder. So you got to open up a little bit so you can play straight down the V or through the V. So just keep those little things in mind. Your left foot is going to drive where you're hitting the ball, and and your left hand and your shoulders also. It has to be the same. Alright, so again, good job. And good luck for the second round.
Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys are ready. Guys, this is a competition. However, this is again an excellent opportunity to soak in a lot of information from one of the best batsmen in US history, Mr. Sushil Nadkarni, and one of the top batsmen in the Houston cricket and Central West region, Mr. Robin Brown. So although this is a competition, but the advice that both of these individuals are giving, I think this is a lot to soak in and an excellent learning opportunity as well. So good luck for round two. We're gonna set up round two and give a little bit of a explanation about what will be happening.
Steve, you can switch to that camera. Yeah.
Alright, so round two, it's going to be now, we're going to change it a little bit, it's not going to be straight. First up, we're going to have Safi. So Safi, for you, the ball is going to be coming into you. So it's going to be in swingers for you. At, I believe, 125 kilometers. Good luck, Safi. So this round, you will not be getting any trial balls, so I think we're going to start off with, from the very first delivery. Safi, if you can just scoot over to the left, we're going to adjust the machine so it's coming in the right direction, so just watch yourself. So for the right-hander batsman, is going to be outswing for the rest of you guys. It's gonna swing away from good length, short of good length, forward stump. The machine does swing a lot, so please be careful, be ready, and watch the ball all the way through.
What type of shot are we targeting? Or is it
Well, it's going to be outswinger for you guys, so I would say cover drive, but again, at the same time, as a batsman, judge the ball and play the best shot that you can for your abilities. Well played, well played. 2 balls. Last 2 balls. Alright, well played, Safi. Well played, Safi. End of round 1. End of round 2. Next up, we have Rishabh. Yeah. Guys, whenever you guys are leaving, go ahead, Rishabh. Whenever you guys get there or leaving, try to throw all the balls back here. Makes it easier for us to reload the machines.
Changing the line, so I will treat 5 balls. I just need to throw.
Yeah, just move on the side while we test at the machine, set it up for you. Just throw the balls this way and then get ready. Rishabh, no trial balls this time around. It's going to be coming to you out swingers, okay? 6 balls, round 2. Last 2 balls. Thank you, Risha. Well played. Guys, one thing, whenever you guys are leaving or entering the nets, try not to get in the direction of the machine in case any balls do fly out. So just go out from the side of the nets, please. Well played, well played. All right, Red, last two balls. Well played, good shot. Well played. Next up, we have Saad. Saad, you're gonna get 6 balls. No trial run this time around. Last 2 balls. Good shot, excellent shot. Well done, Saad, excellent round. Next up, we have Niket. Niket, outswinger, 6 deliveries to you. No trial run. Round starts now.
Sujay, you think Saad has put a lot of pressure on everyone in the dugout with that?
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the best rounds we've seen. So the batsmen that are up on the next couple of batsmen, there's going to be a lot of pressure to outperform Saad. Niket, your round starts now. Last delivery. Well played, Nikhil. Next up, we have Amar. Amar, if you don't mind throwing all the balls this way. Alright, Amar, 6 deliveries, outswingers, and your round starts now. Last 2 deliveries, Amar. Last 2 deliveries. Alright, Amar. End of round. Up next, we have Ahmed Bhatt, hashtag AB05. 6 balls, outswingers, your round starts now.
I was actually well, it's not reading because that's not connecting to that. Yeah. Oh, but then you actually keep checking it. It's not like I was reading on probably think that we have to do it from gap like we see it's like showing that I think there's a continuous forward if I try to do it or just like that's not good. Well done, I wanted to put this one on. With this one, like angle and show the players. See if the players. Yeah, we'll go on. Okay, so that's okay. I'll put this one on too.
Last 2 deliveries. Last 2 deliveries. Well played. End of round 2. Yeah, please hit all the balls back over here. Next up, we have Raheem. Raheem, 6 balls, outfielders, your round starts now. and you are in end of round 2. Also, the right across the board, so, I think we're going to have another round with the judges, just to hear their feedback on how this round went. Once again, I would like to invite Mr. Sheila attorney and Mr. Brown for a couple of minutes for quick comments about round 2, and then we'll start round 3 after shortly.
Switch to my camera.
Alright, we have Mr. Sheila attorney and Mr. Robert Brown.
So another good round. So playing the ball outside off is a little different from playing the ball which is coming straight to you. So overall, slight drop in scores. We had a lot more 30s. I had a lot more 30s in the straight drives. Now I have a few 30s. But in general, one thing to think about when you're playing the ball at this speed outside off is you can't force the ball into certain areas. So one of my favorite batsmen of all time is Brian Lara, and he's exceptional on the offside because he can access all areas of the ground. So when you're thinking about the cover drive, don't necessarily be thinking of the covers area. So there are two things that will determine where the ball is going to go. One is the line of the ball and the speed of the ball. So you've got to play with that ball. So sometimes those shots that you're looking to caress through covers will race away backward a point just because of the speed of the ball and the line of the ball. The second thing is around the cover shot. One of the guys I follow very closely on the covers is you'll all know this player, Kevin Peterson. So I think his philosophy of playing the cover drive is one of the best in the world that I know of, where what he talks about is using your head positioning and your hands more than your feet, because at 125, 130, as you know, that you don't have too much time there, so it's not like you can get your feet all the way across and then get your shots going. So at that point, what I think we should do is at least get an initial trigger movement towards the ball. But after that, very quickly, you've got to get your heads and your hands moving quickly to make contact, right? So it's a little more play for me around your head positioning and your hand movement. You're like using your hands effectively. So as we know, one of the players got it right, and you'll notice he did really well because he had minimal movements, but he was playing the ball late and making solid contact on the ball using his hands. So that's how I feel about the cover drive. When you play at club level, you get a lot more time, so therefore you can use more of your feet, have a little more control on the shots. But when the speeds increase, you got to be comfortable with letting the ball go to more finer rather than squarer. So use the pace of the ball to place more finer. So that's what I feel.
And Sushil is absolutely correct. When I'm playing in the domestic league, and most of y'all know my favorite shot is actually through covers. So when I'm playing in the domestic league, I go through the covers real easily because not just my head, but my feet, I get a chance to go to the ball easily. But when we go to Central West and other tournaments that's a higher level, my shots doesn't go too cover as much. It goes a little bit square. So Sushil is absolutely correct. The pace of the ball makes a big difference. It's just not. All right, so yeah, he's absolutely correct. The pace of the ball makes a big difference. But if you can get as close as possible to the ball, because your shoulder and your elbow is going to help you a lot to go through the covers along with your feet. But if not, then you try to get over it and go as square as possible. Just use the pace of the ball. So increasing the pace will help you to go a little bit easier, square. But this is a very good round, and I'm looking forward to see the next one. I think the next one's going to be a little bit easier for a lot of you because of how you guys tend to go across your legs. So we'll see how this one works out. But good job. Good luck for the next round. I'm going in now, right?
Yeah.
So now the next round is going to be swinging in, good length, middle to leg stump line. So it's going to be coming into your body. So play accordingly, and best of luck. And for your Safi is going to be opposite for you. So it's going to be going out for you, out swingers. Okay. Good luck.
And guys, one thing we are also going to do is, since the machine is set to going away from a right-hander, so that becomes in swing for the left-hander. So we'll change the sequence this time and have Safi come in first. It makes logistics a bit easier and saves time.
Just want to sit aside for a wall and make sure the machine. No, you're right. Over there. You're fine over here. That's good, right? Okay. Alright, so good luck. 6 balls, round 3. Round 3, 8-second intervals. So, 1 second, we're going to start our round once again. Alright, so the round starts now. 6 deliveries. Last 2 deliveries. Last ball. Well played. Into round 3. Next up, we have Rishabh. This is going to be out swingers. Out swingers. And swinger three. All right. You ready? Anyone who's watching live, the machine is part of our monthly membership as well. So anybody who's watching, the machine is available with the membership, and anybody in Houston can have access to one of the top line bowling machines. Rishabh, are you ready? Round 3, 6 deliveries. Now. Rishabh, last 2 deliveries. Well played, well played. Last delivery round. Well played. Excellent round. Next up, Rick. Rick, if you don't mind throwing the ball this way. Alright, 6 balls, round 3. Starts now. play. Last 2 deliveries. Last ball. Well played, Greg. Well played. Alright. Alright, so 6 balls coming into you. Round starts now. Shot. Big shot. Last ball. Shot. Play. End of the round. Next up, we have Nick.
Starts down. Last two deliveries.
Last ball. Played. Well played. Excellent round. Next up, we have Mark. Mark goes on the ball this time around. 6 balls coming into you. And your round starts now. That's 2 deliveries. Last ball. Thank you, Mark. Next up, we have Mr. Hamilton. 86 balls coming to you, coming to you. Your round starts now. Last 2 deliveries. Last ball. End of the round. We have the last batsman of the round. 6 balls coming to you, coming into you. Your round starts now.
मजा आ रहा है, चैलेंजिंग है बहुत। पहला तो मुझे राउंड कहाँ है काम 125 शायद थोड़ा ज़्यादा और ये 125 नहीं मेरे को आदत नहीं है कि 125 पर वहाँ पे थोड़ा दिख भी रहा है। पहले तो मुझे वो बॉक्स ही नहीं दिख रहा जहाँ से बॉल लगा, मैं देख रहा हूँ उसको चलेगा ना, ऐसा लगेगा तो फाइन होती है HCL वगैरह में ज़रूर नहीं लगेगा ऐसी कोई।
अच्छा। Guys, next round we're gonna have is gonna be a little challenging. It's gonna be short balls coming into your body. So the judges are gonna be looking at how well you guys can pull or cut depending on the ball. We're gonna take a little 2-minute break while we gather all the balls. So if you guys need to go to the restroom, get some water, stretch, we're gonna be back in 2 minutes as we get all the balls together and as the judges take a break.
even if you want to call your childhood coaches back in India, Pakistan, just call them right now. This is the time.
Can we get tea? Is there going to be a tea program? Is there going to be some tea or anything?
We've got beverages for everyone and some refreshments.
No tea. Cricket is tea.
Exactly. Don't go by. Don't exactly.
For everyone that's over here and everyone that's watching our live stream, one of the unique features about the three-wheel bowling machine is that we can simulate different types of pitches. So what we're about to do is we're going to be simulating the pitch from Perth, which is known all over the world as one of the bounciest pitches. So we're going to be simulating that so everyone in Houston gets to experience how it feels to play on a wicket Perth. I would highly recommend if you have a chest guard, make sure you guys have your thigh guards on and watch the ball till the very end.
Genuine word of advice from the organizer. I know everyone signed their waivers, but we are actually safety is paramount to us. I know all of us are guys and we have a lot of attitude, but there is no shaming and ducking under the ball, swaying out of the line. Do not get what all the way come to you. If you need to sway out of the line of the ball, do so. Keep your eyes on the ball till the last minute. If you are in a situation to pull the ball, do not do it. And make sure your helmets are correctly placed, your grills and everything is in place. Tightly wrap them up.
I got some
Stay on track. If I can ask everyone to get back in your positions, all the batsmen get back in the dugout, please. Make sure you guys have everything. We're going to be starting very soon. So, alright, we have Rahim Khan. He is ready to go in. Judges, can you please take your positions? Can we also request all the batsmen to get back in your seats, please? Once again, if anybody missed it, anyone watching live, the next round is going to be short ball coming into the batsmen, and we have adjusted the machine to simulate the pitch from Perth. So it's going to be a bouncy round. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, your round starts now. Well played. That's it. That's what we want to test out. Last two balls. Well played. Well played. Well played. End of round one. Well played. I know. It's a tough round. It's going to be a tough round for everyone. The machine is tough to face, especially with the bounce. So watch the ball. All right. Anyone but ready to go? All right. Your round starts now. One second. All right, everybody. Round starts now. Well played. Big shot, boy. All right. Last two balls. Last two balls. Last ball. Excellent round, excellent round. Next up, Amar. Amar ready, short pitch bowling coming towards you, 6 balls, no trouble. Ready when you are. Ready? Good shot. You got 2 more balls coming towards you. Last 2 balls. Last ball, Amar. Good round, good round. Well played, Amar. Well played, Amar. Next up we have Niket. Niket, 6 balls coming towards you, short pitch deliveries. Niket, ready to go? All right. 5 more deliveries. Shot. Well played. Last two deliveries. Hang in there, last ball.
You're good, Nikhil?
Well played, Nikhil. Nikhil, you okay? Hello. Next up we have Sada. 6 short ball deliveries coming towards you, Sada. Good luck. Alright, Sada, ready to go. 6.
Can I get the talk again? Because it's disappeared. Can I get the talk again?
Should I get the chop?
We'll be ready when you are. Just give us a thumbs up whenever you're ready to go. 6 short balls coming towards you. Ready? Alright, 6 balls, your round starts now.
There are no more balls.
Alright, so 2 more balls to go. Alright, so thank you. Excellent round. Well done. Alright, next up we have Red. Red, you ready to go? 6 short pitch deliveries coming towards you. Good luck. Shot boy. 2 more balls to go. Red. Keep going. Excellent round, Red. Well played. Next up, we have another under 19 player, Rishabh. Rishabh, 6 short pitch deliveries coming towards you. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go. Ready? All right. Round starts now. Well played. Well played. Keep going. 3 more deliveries. Three more deliveries. Last ball. Good round. End of the round. Next up, we have Safi. Safi, 6 short balls coming towards you. Let us know when you're ready. Safi, if you just could give us one trial run. Alright, ready to go. 6 deliveries coming towards you, and your round starts now. Watch the ball. One second, can you... Alright, Safi, 4 more balls for you. 4 more balls. Please. 3 more balls. Well played. Last ball. Well played. I think that's the end of all the batsmen for the short pitch round. Excellent stuff, guys. I know that was a challenging round, and it's not easy to face the deliveries coming the way they are, but I think everyone did an excellent job. I hope everyone made it safely through it and no one is hurt. Niket, you're okay? Let us know if anyone needs ice. Alright guys, that was the end of the short pitch round. I would like to invite once again our 2 judges, Mr. Sushil Nadkarni and Mr. Robin Brown, for some comments about our players and the batsmen, what they did right, and what are the points of improvement and what they saw. Mr. Sushil. Sushil Nadkarni and Owen Brown.
So, the short ball. So one thing I was a little surprised was everybody took the decision to play or pull shots, but I think this round was just playing the short ball. So you didn't necessarily have to play the pull shot on every single ball. It was just how you approach the short ball.
I thought that was the round, sorry. I thought that there was pulls.
Yeah, so
Just short. Okay,
it was just a short ball on how you play the short ball. But in general, just a couple of tips for you on playing the short ball. My philosophy around playing the short ball, and I think I was one of the best in US at the time, is it's all about your head position. It's not got to do anything about you hitting the ball. It's all around how steady you can keep your head all through the point of impact of the ball. If you can do that, everything else will come naturally. It's instinct. Like we are designed to instinctively respond to that delivery coming in. So it's playing a natural shot, but what will let you down is your head going all over the place. Once you lose sight of the ball, it's then very, very difficult to hit the ball. So one of the things when we teach the kids is it's all about your head position. So keep your head steady as long as possible, right through the point of impact of the ball, and then you'll be fine. So you can actually control where you're going to hit that ball after that. So that's my tip for you guys. A lot of you are playing it, but you'll know yourself that you've already moved your head and you hardly saw the ball after that, right? So that's the only thing on the short ball for me. Just in general, the rounds didn't really require you to play the pull shot every single ball. You could have just come behind the line of the ball, left the ball, punched the ball, and then maybe one or two balls picked off backward of square leg for a 4 or a 6. So that's what I was expecting to see.
Alright, I'll address the leg side. It was either the glance or the flick. What I noticed was, even though some of the balls were coming on mid and off stump, those balls could still be worked to the leg. Because for example, if you have a packed outside field, there's a gap on the leg side, you can still work it. So it all depends on what the position is, or the gaps that are there on the field. So one thing I've noticed was, a lot of you, your front leg is planted. You gotta be nimble, because if it's planted, then it's hard for you to adjust to certain deliveries or certain swings. So make sure that your leg is not that planted too much, because if you play around it, it's gonna be hard for you to get the timing right. So make sure you stay nimble, so you can open up or close up, either one. So that would be my tip. Just make sure that your front leg is not planted too much, so you can adjust accordingly. And the wrist movement also. Make sure that you're able to use your wrist. Either you can play a little bit later, stronger wrist, and work the ball a little bit more too.
I think that was excellent feedback from both of the renowned batsmen in USA. Next round is going to be a little bit different from what we have done, and it's one of the unique features about both of the machines that we have at CRICBASE, but especially with the 3-wheel bowling machine. It has the unique capability of being able to produce really good spin bowling as well. So now the next challenge is going to be off spin, flight in good length within the stumps. So we're going to test how well you guys can square up against the spin of the machine. We all saw how fast it could go and how good the bouncers were, but now it's time to test out the skills in spin. So next round is going to start in 2 minutes. We're going to set up the machine. Safi, we're going to start with you, and it's going to be off spin.
And I think one quick thing to add and a reminder before this round, I think we were very detail oriented. We took an extra 2 minutes to tell you that it's not just about pull. You can sway out of line, you can block it. So I think just one guy did something and everyone followed. It's one of those things, hey, did you see a spaceship? Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I do too. So every 10 or 11 of you were seeing spaceships. So I think that's the direction everyone took. Now again, Austin may not tell you what part to play. You can personally you can do what you like, but the judges are judging you on those certain five criteria which you know. So it's not just about what you do, but also how you think and apply it.
Alright, so as you said, it's been rolling out. It's going to be Austin, but it's going away from you. Minor deliveries, 6 balls, no trial run, and your round starts now. Okay. We'll play the last 2 balls. Strong play. Next up, we have Rishabh. Yeah, it's going to be off spin. Give us a second on the side if you don't mind. Let us just fix it for you. Yeah, that's good to go. If you don't mind, just throwing the ball that you're by the stumps this way.
Last two balls.
Ready when you are. Set ball for you. Three more deliveries. Last ball. All right, end of the round. Okay. Next up, we have Red. Red 6 balls coming towards you off spin. All right, Red, thank you. Good round. Next up, we have Saad. Saad, 6 deliveries off spin coming to you. Let us know when you're ready to go. Ready? Round starts now. Two more deliveries to go. Last ball. Good shot. Good end. Well done. Alright, naked off spin, 6 balls coming to you, round starts now. Well played. Two more deliveries. Well played. Last ball. Well played, Nicky. An excellent round, guys. Excellent round, Nicky.
Nikhil taking us back to his roots like a proper subcontinent batsman, playing spin like they should.
Next up, we have Mar. Mar, 6 deliveries off spin coming your way. Let us know when you're ready.
Shout out to Krishna Sikharam for doing the ball boy duties.
Alright, Mar, 6 deliveries coming to you now. Round starts now. Last 2 deliveries, last 2 deliveries. Well played, Amar. Last ball. Good round. Well done, Amar. Next up we have AB05. AB Dividends. Arsav, ready to go? 6 deliveries coming to you, round starting now. Shot boy. That's it, AB05. Last ball. Well played. Good round. Well done. Last batsman for the round, Raheem Khan. By 6 balls coming to you, off spin, and you're ready when you are. Round starts now. Good shot. 2 more deliveries left. Excellent round, guys. Well done. That was the end of our off spin round. Alright guys, the next round is going to be similar. It's going to be, instead of off spin, it's going to be leg spin.
Last round, very last round.
That's not
Seven.
This
This is the last one. Six, one more after this. Total 7 rounds. Our ending after this. You also favorite. Check the mic. Yeah.
Wrong pitch.
Wrong leg, wrong leg.
He's licking his lips right now. Yeah.
Alright, ready for it, get ready. If you don't mind,
Alright, we got the round of leg spin starting now, second last round. So I think right now judges would be the better commenters for that, but I think it's a very close race right now. So the last 2 rounds are going to be crucial. Everyone by now should be set in, should be seeing the ball. Everyone knows what the judges are expecting. So let's give our best shot for the last 2 rounds. Leg spin, Rahim Khan, 6 deliveries starting now. Okay, well played. End of the round. Well done. Next up, AB05. Alright, what's up? Ready when you are. Leg spin round starts now. Play. Shot. Last 2 deliveries. deliveries. Last ball. Good shot, Verstappen. Good round, good round. Next up, we have Amar. Amar, 6 deliveries, leg spin. Ready when you are. Leg spin starting now. I'll play last 2 deliveries of Amar. Last ball. All right, end of the round. Well done, Amar, well done. Next up, Naked. Need more balls. One second, Naked. Ready to go? Round starts now. Shot, big shot. 2 deliveries. Played. Last ball. Shot Naked. Excellent round. That's it. Thank you. Next up, we have Saad. Saad, 6 deliveries, leg spin.
Oh, is it allowed to take your helmet off?
Excuse me?
Are you allowed to take your helmet off? Are we allowed to take our helmet off?
No, take your helmet off.
Keep the helmet on. Your round starts now. Last 2 deliveries.
Last ball.
Well played. Excellent round, Saad. Excellent round. Well done. Next up, we have Rit. Alright, Rit. Can you move the ball out of your way? Alright, Rit. Leg spin, 6 deliveries. Round starts now. Last two deliveries. Last ball. Well played, Brett. Excellent round. Well done, once again.
The next up is under 19 Rishabh. Rishabh, first ball coming up 1 out of 6. Very well played, getting to the pitch of the ball. Again, pretty good use of the feet. Two more balls to go, Rishabh. And he gets feet in flight this time, but good intent from Rishabh trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Last ball coming up. And that's 6 balls done for Rishabh. Next up is another under 19, the only left-hander in the lineup, Safiullah Fahim. Alright, slight changes have been made to the line to accommodate the left-hander. Safi round. First of 6 balls coming up. And Safi brings out the slot sweep. 3 more balls to go. Well played. Stays in the crease. Safi, can you move the ball, please? Last ball coming up for Safi. And that's ball number 6 for Safi, and we'll wrap up the round of spin. And we will have the judges now come in for comments and some feedback of how you played spin. I'll hand it over to Shuja.
Once again, can we please request Mr. Brown to please make your way and offer some advice, some comments about the spin. I think that's one of the areas that I think in the league and across the country, batsmen do tend to struggle a bit against spin. So again, more practice on the spin end and some feedback from the judges would be really helpful for all our batsmen. So we'll start off with Mr. Rowan Brown this time.
All right, gentlemen, as it relates to spin, you have to make a decision real quickly if you're coming to the ball or you're going to wait on it. So that's very important to figure out. You got to figure that out real fast. So as soon as the ball is delivered, then you have to figure out, okay, am I coming or staying? What is the ball doing? So you have to be able to look at the wrist or the finger of the spinner to try to, are you going to read him from the arm or are you going to read him from the pitch? So there's a lot that comes into it. My coach, one of my coaches says, you don't need to come because the ball is coming to you. But it all depends on what the bowler is doing. You don't want, if you have a bowler that goes either way and it's real quick, then you got to figure out, okay, can I go to meet it? Am I going to stay back and play it late? So you would just have to figure out what the bowler is doing how he's doing it, and then made a determination from that. So it's for me personally, I really don't like chipping a lot unless I know that I have enough time to get to the pitch of the ball. So if a bowler is flying in, like how AD's bowling right now, he's throwing them up a lot, that will give me enough time to get to the pitch. But if I notice I can't get to the pitch, then I usually stand back and then pull. So that depends on the bowler. That's the way I personally play the spin.
So my philosophy on spin is pretty simple. Either you either you get to the pitch of the ball or you get right back into the stumps. Just two ways in terms of footwork. The reason you want to try to get to the pitch of the ball is because you want to work against what the spinner is trying to do, which is turn the ball. So you don't want the ball to turn, so you get right to the pitch of where it's pitching and play the ball. If you think very quick, you make a decision that you're not going to do that, then you need to get right back and allow that ball to do what it needs to do, and then play it from there. So once you think about playing spin that way, it kind of simplifies everything else. Then you just have to play with the turn, or you're not fighting the spin, you're not extending your hands too much, trying to play a turning ball. So that's the simplest way of playing it. And if the wicket is turning, then you got to introduce horizontal shots to get the spinner off their rhythm. And that's where the sweeps and the square cuts come into play. That's when you go on the back foot, allow the ball to do its thing, and then the horizontal shots come in. So the other way, one thing is when the ball is turning, players that kind of tend to play in the crease, they find it more difficult. So if you're growing up in India, like I grew up in India, one of the first things we learn is how to step out to the spinners, because that's the key. Is you want to get right to the pitch of the ball and not allow them to turn the ball. So we grew up playing that kind of cricket on turning wickets, and so when we went to Nepal, I particularly did very well over there on the turning wickets.
And again, for most of you guys that followed, the US team recently unfortunately struggled in Nepal. And Sushil Bhai went last time around in front of a huge crowd. From the pictures that we saw, it was a huge crowd and played under immense pressure over there. And he actually won the US national team the game in Nepal. So this feedback that's coming in is backed by a lot of experience. And again, we value his experience, and we're lucky to have him in Houston, and we all can learn a lot from him. So guys, the next round is going to be the final round of the play. It's going to be what I think 99% of the people that come to an indoor facility are practicing on is our power hitting. So the ball is going to be set straight coming into you guys. It's time to have some fun. Smack the ball around CRICBASE, and let's see who can hit the hardest. We have the Ben Stokes of Houston starting out. So we're going to set up the machine and let's get last round, guys. So last round, last chance to impress the judges.
The only rule in this round is there is no rule. Just do what you do. Ball 1 of 6 coming up, Safi under 19 facing up. And I think that's over the side screen. If you all don't know, Safi comes from a baseball background, so has a very good swing, very clean swing. 3 of 6 gone. Last 2 coming up. And that's your last ball coming up, Safi. And you guys on the live stream, you can still see the net shaking. We're trying to hold them down, but that was some really good power hitting from Safi. And next up is another under 19, Rishabh. Rishabh ball 1 of 6 coming up. Nicely worked off at feet. Well, that's why that's how the off stump will re-bowl that. Rishabh, if you can step out, let us get the line right, switching from left to right. We'll take a couple of balls. We'll restart your round. Let's go, Rishabh. We're ready. Ball 1 of 6 coming up. Last ball coming up, Rishabh.
19 Brit is now on strike, ball 1 of 6 coming up. Good call, last one, Brit. Well played, good round by Brit. Next up, we've got Saad Qureshi. Plays for ACC, amongst a lot of other clubs in the past, but he's been really picking up his game at the HCM of late, scoring a lot of runs consistently, and he's done pretty well today. First of 6 coming up, Saad. And that might have gone all the way. And another one. Doesn't count, just let it go. 3 balls to go, sir.
Already back up because of the ball.
Ball number 4 of 6. Last ball coming up for Saad. He's made decent contact so far. Let's see what he can do on the last ball. And decides to come down the pitch. Yorks himself a bit, but was able to get into covers for maybe 2 runs. Or Houston fielding standards might have got 4 because the sweeper didn't go around. So next up we've got, looks like it's Niket. Niket from Austin plays for HICC Division 1. Ball 1 of 6 coming up. Opens up it, body goes over, mid off. Ball 2 of 6. Good connection there. Going straight down the ground, good strategy from Niket. Ball 3 of 6. And he goes straight over the head of the bowler, maybe hits the side screen on the bounce. 3 of 6, ball 4 coming up. Beautifully worked, holds the shape, good timing, ball 5 of 6. Nicely played straight down the ground. He's made good connection on all 5 balls. Ball number 6 coming up. And plays another good looking shot straight down the ground. And that's 6 of 6 for Niket. Good, made good connection on all 6 balls. Now we have 21-year-old Amar Siddiqui. Came through the under-19 ranks of Houston Cricket and is currently playing for Cougars in Division 1 and captains their second team as well in Division 2 and 3 sometimes. Wicket-keeping batsman, Amar on strike. Ball 1 of 6 coming up. Nicely played. And uses some improvisation, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Oh, that's a good shot. Gets good elevation, gets under the ball. 3 of 6 gone. And some improvisation now. Sees fine leg up inside the circle and uses it to get 4 on ball 4 of 6. Ball 5 of 6 gone, and the last ball coming up. And does it again. Good improvisation from Amar, good thinking. Now, next up, we've got A.B. De Villiers of Houston. Emmett Butter. Plays for Houston Cougars Cricket Club, has been captaining their first team. People lose touch of where AB is playing, but this season he's with Cougars. Ball 1 of 6 coming up. And that's a good shot, goes over mid-off. And makes solid connection, that might have gone all the way. Ball number 3 of 6 coming up. Another good shot by AB, uses wrist to get it over cover, ball 3 of 6 gone. And that's good connection again, picks the cow corner, ball 5 of 6 coming up. And straight down the ground this time. Last ball for AB. And uses a lot of power, shakes the net. And the last batsman of the last round for today's competition is coming up now, Abdul Rahim Khan from Houston Eagles. We're going to take a few minutes after this to tally all the scoring and then do the presentation. Each round, the batsman has been given a score based on 5 disciplines, a total of 50 for each round. Rahim facing his first ball. Misses it, opens up his body, tries to clear the front leg. And tries the same thing again. And that's well played. That's a good looking shot. 4 of 6 gone, ball number 5 coming up. And this is the last ball of the competition coming up for Rahim and everyone else. And that's a good looking shot. Rahim wraps up the competition in style. It's been an amazing event. Thank you to all the players who came in. I think you all have shown what you're capable of. A lot of skill on display. And we would take a quick couple of minutes to actually tally the final scores and come back. In the meantime, I'm going to pass it back to Shrijan Naqvi, who's going to try and get some player interviews.
So as we're tallying up the score, we're gonna talk to a couple of the players, get their feedback. So first of all, let me start with Rit. So Rit, how was your feedback about the tournament? You've been coming over here practicing on the machine. Have you had a chance to practice on the 3-wheel machine, or have you been on the 2-wheel machine?
I've been on the 2-wheel machine, and looking at the 3-wheel machine and being a part of this competition, it's really good. And I look forward to playing with it more. And the experience with all these great players, the experience I got with this tournament was amazing. So yeah, thank you.
Good. So Risha, Rit, tell us about your cricket. What club are you playing? Are you playing in the youth cricket right now, or have you transitioned into adult league yet?
This is my, I still play youth league. I play for KYC, but I also play HCL. I play for HSC.
Good. So we look forward to having Rishabh, seeing you bat over here and seeing you come through the KYC ranks and throughout. I think we're all excited to see what the future holds for you. It looks very bright. A lot of props goes to your dad as well, who's here spending time with you and training. So keep up the hard work. And again, there's a long way to go. So keep working hard, and again, we're excited to see what you will do in the future for Houston cricket and hopefully US cricket as well. So good luck, and let's see who wins, but you had a really good performance today.
Thank you.
Next up, can I have Rishabh come in as well? So Rishabh, you've been coming through the under-19 ranks as well right now. You're part of KYC, correct? Yeah, so tell us a little about your experience about the tournament over here.
You know, I think it's really good that they organize things like this, and they're allowing the youth to play along with these some of the best batsmen in Houston. just really being around them, playing with them, seeing them play up close, and it really helps us, up our game. It sees how it's, we see how it's done in the higher leagues, and then we get more knowledge. I think that's good. That's pretty good.
So Rishabh, you're here with your dad as well, and again, a lot of credit goes to your parents as well. The hard work that they're putting in. I see a lot of you guys over here, the dads as well, working hard with the kids. It's going to go a long way. There's a lot of good things coming up in U.S. cricket. So again, keep working hard. Are you playing for any adult cricket clubs over here in Houston?
Yeah, I play with the HICC, and then I play in the league. Yeah.
Awesome. So HICC is a fantastic club. We look forward to, again, just like I mentioned with Rit as well, with a lot of high expectations from all of you guys. Keep working hard, and again, CRICBASE and all the facilities that we have in Houston are designed, made so you guys can practice and improve your game on a daily basis. Again, there's a lot of potential, so I hope you guys keep working hard and excel at every level you guys play at. Next up, can I have Ammar Siddiqui, who's practicing his shots for, I guess, later on you're gonna keep on practicing. So Ammar, you play for Cougars Cricket Club, and you've been playing in the league for a while. You've come in through the under-19 ranks. Tell us a little about your experience in the league and how is it going in Cougars, and how was your experience over here in the Best Batsman Challenge at CRICBASE?
Yeah, definitely was a really good experience, especially playing with this world-class machine. I think hats off to CRICBASE for getting this amazing machine, and everyone should try it. Definitely, it's going to help a lot.
Good. So what was the biggest challenge for you today facing against the machine? I think the spin, there's a lot of machines out here, a lot of the baseball facilities that have the regular machines that only send the ball out in one direction. So over here at CRICBASE, we have the unique machine that has both off spin, leg spin. How was that challenge for you?
Yeah, definitely playing spin and seam. I think the main part was spin, because the ball was spinning a lot, and especially with coming down the track and staying back, that was a bit tough. And coping with the seam and swing of the ball, that was a really good experience.
Good. So we hope we'll see you here more often at CRICBASE. Keep practicing. From what we all have seen in the league, you're a really good player with a lot of potential. So keep working hard. And again, as I mentioned, long ways to go. There's a lot of good things coming up. So we hope to see you guys all excel at different levels that you guys play at.
Thank you.
Are the judges ready for our final tally score? No. We have a math teacher that's taking so long in tallying up the score. Next up, can I have Mr. AB05 for some comments? So, Mr. AB, you've been a top performer in the league for quite some time now. You've played at different levels. You've played at Central West. You've played at Central West level. You've played at the U.S. camp level. So you've seen a lot of different levels of cricket in America. How do you rate? Ever since CRICBASE has come into play over here, it's an excellent facility to practice. How has your game changed over here? Because you are here quite often.
Definitely, CRICBASE is a great facility to come and sharpen your skills. It has helped me tremendously. Either power hitting or playing spin or short balls. The machine is great. You can set up the machine and you can just practice those 50, 60, shots you can play, whatever you want to do. It works with you and it improves the game. It definitely has helped me over the past year, and stats can tell. And I recommend everybody coming and trying to work around the machine and work your skills there.
No, definitely, I think your game has it's always transforming. You're always improving, and again, you're definitely a great role model for all the youth players in the league to set a good example of what hard work and dedication and keep working at your game throughout the process. It's a great example, and I think you're a really good example for all the youth to look at. How was your experience? What did you think about all the other players that were participating in the tournament? What did you think about the CRICBASE Best Batsman Challenge? Thank you, AB. Good luck, and we're going to announce the winner soon. Last off, can I have Rahim Khan as well for a quick chat? So Rahim bhai, how was your experience? You played against the machine. Have you played against a three-wheel machine before?
No, actually that's the first time, so it took some time to get used to it. It was a good experience, and overall, I think great step from next guys.
So Rahim bhai, you've been a top performer in the league as well. You've been playing at all different levels. What do you think about the talent that was here with you performing today?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. It was one of the greatest wrestling.
Any advice to all the youth players that were here today, what they can do to improve their games, or how they can keep excelling and keep moving forward in the game?
Yeah, I mean, you have commitment, and then learn from seniors, like switching for Hammer, that Western Round, senior players who have to be top performers, learn from them, and then be committed to keep playing hard.
Excellent performance yourself. We're going to be announcing the winner soon, so good luck to you. That's it for now for guys. We're going to take a quick break as we get all the scores tallied up, and then we're going to be announcing the winner. Just to let everyone know, the winner is going to be getting a free 3-month membership for CRICBASE for free. They can come here, practice, and then we also have some cricket gear for them, along with some other gifts for winning this tournament. We also have trophies. So we're going to be having the presentation soon. We're going to be back, so just hold on for, I believe, 2 minutes, and we should be back with the results.
Recording. Switch to this camera, it was still showing that one. Were you pressing press to preview every time? अब क्या दिखाना अब दिखा रहा है
Right here. Right here.
Really get a focus practice. It's not
all over the place.
Other ones, if it's just even if you're not trying to, the ball is going to be over here. It's going to come straight, and you're just ready, and everyone's getting like your confidence. This you can once, and then I don't think you put swing on. If you put like proper swing.
I saw one on one of the diagrams like this.
Oh, good. Let me see if you can do that one. This one.
Yes.
वैसे भी इधर मारेंगे ओए ओए ओके मैं यहाँ
Coming in bowling leg spin, and this is the same machine, so it bowls leg spin. It sinks in with him.
Good.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Brown, let's ask you this. How was your experience judging this competition, and how did you like the facility? I know you came in for the first time.
Well, in terms of judging, it was a bit difficult because, I mean, just as Sushil said earlier, it's all about being productive and playing your shots the way you feel. But you have to look at different criteria of the rubric and then go from there. But I was tending to be a little bit biased with the aesthetic part of it because I like seeing shots being played in a certain manner. But I'm in love with this machine. I wish I was a little bit younger so I could utilize it a little bit more. So I think this is a very good facility, first time being here. And I really wish that people would come out and make use of it, especially youngsters, because we have a very good and vibrant youth leagues, because we have multiple leagues here, and we have a very good amount of talent that's in those leagues. So hopefully those youngsters will get a chance to come out and utilize the machine and this facility.
And I think, Obi, that takes me back about 8 to 10 years when you used to captain MCC. Shuja was there, I was there, and I remember the struggles at George Bush Park. We used to carry metal posts on our shoulders, walk the length of the field for 100 meters from the storage, set them up, we dug holes, we used to mount the net, all kinds of things. And we, at that time, unfortunately, never had an indoor facility. We tried many batting cages, but you have 15 feet batting cages, and you need something that's full run up. The cricket pitch is 66 feet. So luckily, with the influx of youth cricket and so many young players coming through, we've got not just one but 2 indoor facilities. There's so much coming up on the west south side of town with View. So things are changing big time in Houston, and that's a great thing. To the subject of this machine and even the other one, which is the 2-wheel, they primarily have similar variations. The main difference is that one is manually adjusted. If you need to change line and length, you have to turn a screw and then manually use some force. This is all digital. And for today's sake, we didn't want to complicate the logistics, but I can run it from an Android tab. I have a mobile app with which I can connect to the machine and change everything. It's equipped with artificial intelligence, so based on what your trend of users is, it learns what you're doing and it predicts what you're going to do next. So it really builds programs inside it based on each player. You can create user profiles, and it's got complex things. And then the third thing we've got, which unfortunately because of all 4 lanes being busy, we don't get enough time to turn it on, is a cricket simulator. So we've got Rashid Khan, Mohammad Shami, a lot of international bowlers who come and run at you on that projector screen. So it's a fun facility we all have tried to bring up. and it's all about these players, just seeing them come and showcase their skill. That's all it's about. Now, Obi, about the Houston Cricket League, you're umpiring the semifinals tomorrow, I guess?
Well, tomorrow is actually the quarterfinals. And then we have semis the week after. And I think the last week in February, last weekend in February is going to be the finals.
I'm asking you that question because I think no one has a better eye. You're the best place. You're out there every Sunday, standing on the best seat in the house, watching players come through. So over the years, since the time you all used to play, how do you feel or see Houston cricket changing? What's new with Houston cricket? How can we claim that we are one of the best cricketing cities in the country?
Well, in terms of facilities, I know that we have more grounds now than when I first started a few years back. I don't know how long ago, 15 years.
30?
No, not 30. But in terms of facilities, I know that we have more, especially with Purview coming.
Yeah.
We have 6 fields, 2 turf grounds at Purview. Well, actually, it could be 6.
6 turf grounds.
6 turf grounds, really. But really, for country wickets, we still have Katie, Hockley, which is another 3. So we have a lot of grounds, so that's a good thing compared to when I just started. The grounds are a little bit better now. We have more grounds. In terms of the playing, I think I would say it was a little bit more competitive a few years back when I just came. We had more, I wouldn't say more talent, but we had more competitive games back then. The competition was really high. So I wish I would see a little bit more competitive games in the league currently, but for the most part, I think we're going in the right direction now.
Thank you, Obi. Thank you for your comments and coming out here, being a judge for this competition today. I believe we are ready with the scores. So we're gonna start off with the presentation ceremony. I'm gonna hand it off to Munir, and he's going to carry out the presentation ceremony.
So can I have both the judges over here? So one thing I'm going to ask all of you, should we just announce the winners, or you also want to see how much you scored on each judge and what's your aggregate? Just announce the winners. So it was a very displeasing, just announce the winners. But you all did pretty good. I mean, the thing is, a lot of us were facing something like this for the first time. And let's be honest, Houston Cricket League, as good as it is, machines will probably always emerge ahead of us in terms of consistency, doing things repeatedly. So the machines hit certain spots consistently at a certain speed, so it gets challenging. But I think you all put on a good show. You brought your A games, and it's probably going to make you all think too that it exposed some areas of your game that you can go back and come up with a strategy to work on. So we have 3 awards today. One is the overall winner who scored the highest aggregate, Judge 1 plus Judge 2. So that's the overall winner. And then on the aggregate, we have a runners-up. Those are the 2 awards. And then we have 3 under-19s participating. So we also have the best emerging talent. Those are the 3 awards we are giving. The guy, so I think I'm gonna do this with Sushil Bhai's nod and Chuja's and everyone else's. We were gonna give a 3-month free individual membership to the guy who wins the trophy, along with $250 and a Spider kit bag, a coffin kit bag, top of the line used by US national players. If that guy already has an individual membership, we will give it to the runner-up in case he doesn't have that membership. Everyone agrees that's a good approach? Gotcha. So we'll start with emerging. Amongst the 3 under-19s, he actually stood second. There was an under-19 who's above him, but if he's not getting the emerging, that means that under-19 is probably 1 or 2 in the overall scheme of things. So calling the best emerging talent, Rishabh. Now,
The runner-up.
who stood number 2 on the overall score. You all would be surprised, and this speaks volume of people like Sushil Bhai, a lot of other coaches, academies who have worked with under 19 players. There is an under 19 amongst us today who stood 2nd overall, and that player is Rid Hinge. Amazing effort from Rid. Looked very compact. A lot of credit goes to his dad, because I remember one instance from today that will stand out. He tried to reverse sweep a leg spinner and his dad was all over him. Why did you try that? So, a lot of credit goes to the parents also. Now coming to the big award. Because the guy who won this is an individual membership subscriber at CRICBASE, Rid gets a 3-month membership. We're going to move it to Rid now. And the guy who's won $250 with the championship trophy and the spider kit bag. Any guesses? Everyone's favorite, Ahmed Butt it is.
ABO 5.
So Ahmed Butt scored 237 on Judge 1 in the overall round and 255 on Judge 2. So that gives him an aggregate of 246. And Rid was very close with an aggregate of 245. So there was 1 point between Butt Saab and Rid. So that was pretty amazing to see. Congratulations, Butt Saab. We'll get you here for a few comments. How do you feel about winning this? And obviously you had quite a bit of a head start, given that machine I think thinks that you guys are engaged or you are in a relationship, how much you are with that machine. So what are your thoughts?
First of all, thank you for CRICBASE and all the judges. Thank you for, I'm humbled to be picked as the second best here. What I would say is that this is a great place to come out and sharpen your skills. That's what I have done here. Come out day in, day out, work hard, and try to work the game, and you can see in the stats as well. I will welcome everybody who wants to come. There's a lot of coaches here, there's a lot of academies here. Come and try out CRICBASE, and then let's see the difference yourself. Thank you.
And then what's up?
And closing comments from Sushil Bhai and Obi.
So I would say good job, guys. Everybody did well. It's always difficult to go against the machine if you're not used to it. So AB got a little bit of advantage here because I know he's on the machine a lot.
They both exchange Valentine roses.
So, anyways, he's a really good batsman. Anyways, but one thing, you can make use of these things. Talking about the machines again. Don't take this too hard because there are both advantages and disadvantages of getting on the machine. Once you play a lot to the machine, it gets very predictable. And it gets very easy after that, and it's not the same when you get out into the field, as you know. So my philosophy around the machines is it should only be used for specific purposes. It should not be used to supplement your regular training. You can't get around facing the quicks in the net or having a good solid competitive net session. That is always going to be right up there. The machine can be used for fixing certain areas, getting some areas strengthened which you feel you should be working on, kind of thing. So it's just for that the machine should be used. But overall, well done. All of you, I'm sure, got a taste of how it feels. If you guys get access to the data, I think maybe you can make just point systems accessible. It'll help you get an understanding of your game. Because some of you, while I was scoring, I was just mentally trying to see where you guys were in your overall game. So there are some places where, so some guys, you know, you all didn't do as well in certain areas, but you all did very well in some other areas. And so if you want to get a feel for it, maybe Munir can share some data with all the players. It'll just help you understand your game a little better, and you know, the areas that you can improve on. But I thought this was a good process. It's never been done before. So do you all feel we should do it again at some point?
100%.
Yeah, maybe we can also improve the process itself. I have some feedback for Munir and others on after doing it the first time. So hopefully you guys will be back and we'll have more participation next time. So we can really get some high quality competition on this. But thanks for having me and thanks for everybody participating on this.
Thank you so much. On the same lines, we have an under 16 event planned on the 2-wheel machine, so it won't be throwing balls at 135 kph, but we would be in the 150 to 120 kph range. And Shuja wants to do a fast bowlers speed gun challenge. Obviously, it's Shuja, so you can see where it's coming from. Obi, any closing comments from you?
I just want to say, good job, fellas. You gave it your all. And as Sushil said, you don't have to depend on the machine. Get into the net as much as you can. If you can't get in the nets, make sure you're doing your shadow and your socks up. Both all the time. I'm checking the leaves too, but it's still effective. So again, thank you all for being here. Good job. Good luck throughout the rest of the season and for upcoming season. And all the best for 2020.
Thank you so much.
Coming out on Saturday and spending 3 to 4 hours with us and giving you valuable feedback to all the players. 5 hours for weekdays. So hopefully we'll catch you all back soon on the next CRICBASE event. And we want to bring the culture of pushing each other, taking some ideas from the experienced players, the people who have been there, done that, and hopefully we bring a strong community of cricketers and we all can improve together. So thank you all for showing your eagerness to come, and we will see you all soon.